To understand oncology yoga and how yoga can provide safe and effective support for cancer patients and survivors, we must understand cancer. So to start our course together, we will begin with some facts about cancer in our world. 40% of the world's population will be diagnosed with cancer at some point in their lives. Every year, over 18 million new cancer cases are diagnosed. That rate of incidence is expected to grow. Cancer remains one of the largest healthcare concerns of humanity. The good news is that due to the improved ways to detect and treat cancer, mortality rates have been consistently declining over the past few decades. Today, 68% of people who receive a cancer diagnosis survive. This large population of cancer survivors continues to face unique challenges based on the physical, mental, and emotional impact of treatments. Some conditions of this persist for decades after the initial diagnosis and treatment. Additionally, cancer survivors are more susceptible to other illnesses, poor health outcomes, and the increased disruption in daily functioning and family life. So even after recovery, cancer patients must be focused on long-term health. Historically, the medical industry has focused on eradicating cancer, aiming to create treatments that would cure cancer once and for all. These treatments can be brutal on the individual. The industry was disease-focused. Thankfully, in recent decades, there has been a shift to patient-focused medicine. This evolution was driven by both the growth evidence that supported the cancer patient managing side effects to produce better outcomes, and the fact that the growing number of cancer survivors needed better support. This patient-focused approach has allowed for the emergence of what is called complementary or integrative medicine. Conventional medicine and evidence-based complementary therapies are used in conjunction together to treat and heal the whole person. These therapies include nutrition and supplements, meditation, massage, acupuncture, and yoga. Also within the last decade or so, leadership organizations like the American Cancer Society and the Department of Health and Human Services has issued specific health guidelines for cancer survivors. These guidelines are designed to improve health care outcomes for cancer survivors and to provide evidence-based recommendations to reduce the risk of cancer recurrence and other diseases. Both the guidelines specify the amount of exercise per week for a minimum of 150 minutes and up to 300 minutes per week. The higher recommendation is for those cancer survivors who are obese. Each of the organizations identify yoga, along with other exercise, as a way to achieve this recommendation. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services takes the recommendation one step further and designated between the types of yoga recommended, and they recommend vinyasa because it is an active form of yoga. So one question you might be asking now is how many cancer survivors are achieving this recommendation? Only 30%. That means the vast majority of cancer survivors are not preparing to achieve long-term survivorship. One of my goals is to help more survivors achieve that standard, and I hope at the end of this course you will share that goal. The evolution of patient-focused medicine has a direct link to our discussion today. Facts like a large and growing population of cancer survivors. Facts like evidence that supports the overall health of cancer survivors. Facts like cancer survivorship guidelines that promote certain lifestyle changes and practices. Facts like an increase in available and recommended complementary therapies, consequently causing an significant increase in cancer patients and survivors being referred to yoga programs or seeking out programs themselves. This means a few things for yoga professionals. With the high level of cancer incidence and the rate of survival, you are already teaching to cancer patients and survivors. Second, the number of cancer survivors coming to yoga will continue to grow. Understanding the cancer patient and survivor needs and the recommendations for this population that best support recovery and long-term health is essential. Therefore, in this course, we will better understand the needs of cancer patients and survivors. For now, let's take a closer look at cancer basics.